Hi guys, welcome to the DevOps tutorial, and this is the fourth video lecture for the Kubernetes. And in this video lecture we will learn how to set up the master and the worker nodes. Okay, so before going to start, we have to mention that all the pods that are required for master and slave connection, so this pod need to be open in both the side master and the worker nodes. Okay, so and below is the commands that we are using to set up the master and worker nodes. Okay, so let's go to the terminal and execute each command one by one. The first command is swap off. This is used for the use the swap memory. Okay, so okay, and the next is we have to give the super user permission. Root permission is provided. Then we have to execute this command. This is generally making the traffic for the IP address. And now we have to install the Docker. Okay, so just copy. The next command is we have to add the certificate. Okay, let's clear the terminal now. And the next command is we have to add the key. Just copy this command. So all these steps are written in the Git repository and my description, so you can easily use that one. Okay, so the next command is here. Now we have to update our system again. Okay, so Docker is now the last command is to set up the Docker. So here the Docker is installation. Once the Docker will be installed, we have to add the dependency for the Kubernetes. Okay, so this is the dependency we have to add in the our machine. So just copy this command. So Docker is working. If you want to check the Docker, so just type Docker version and we can see the version of Docker. So let's clear it. Now we have to provide the dependency. So it's working. Now we have to add this command. Okay. Now we are going to the installation of kubelet, kubeadm and kubectl. Okay, so this is the requirement for the Kubernetes. We have to install all these things. So let's execute all this command. So the command is apt get install -y, means we are providing the yes permission for kubectl, kubeadm and kubelet. Okay, so this command once it will be installed, so the next command is we have to enable the kubelets. Okay, so just copy this command, clear the terminal and paste it. So the kubelet is enabled. Now we have to start the kubelet. So kubelet is a start. It will take few seconds. Okay, it's working. Let's clear the terminal. And next command is kubeadm init, and we have to provide the some IP address range. Okay, so this is our cluster IP address range where the cluster will be created, and the default IP address will be provided by the cluster from this particular section. Okay, so just copy this command, and once we execute this command, so all the IP will be created, means all the pod will be generated on this IP address range. Okay, so our kubeadm is going to initialize. It will take few minutes. So this machine is our master, and the same command will be executed in the worker node, but we not execute this init command. Okay. So we are using these things because it will be creating all the ports with that particular range. Okay. Now this thing is very important. Okay. This is required to make the adding the nodes in our master. Okay. In the cluster, we can say that. Okay. This token is required to connecting the node. Okay. Now to start using cluster, we have to execute this command. So this command is already written here. You want to take it from here also. So no need to clear the terminal. Okay, because we have to use the token. Okay, so next and the last command is permission. So we have to make this our master node is ready. If you want to check kubectl get nodes, so we can see here there's only one node is there, and that is master. Okay, now I want to add as a worker node. So we have already one terminal that is ready, so just copy the connection. Let's go to the EC2 and connect to the worker. Okay, okay, now it's fine. Now we have to execute the same command here. Okay, all these commands are same. First the swap off. Next command is for making the proper routing. Okay, so it's permission deny because we have to provide the super user permission. Okay, so let's clear the terminal, again execute the command. It's working fine. Now we have to install the Docker. Okay, and for that one installation there is a couple of steps. So first we have to update the machine. Let's clear the terminal, execute this certificate. Next command is we have to add the key. Okay, so let's clear the terminal again. Now we have to add this command. Now last is we have to update our machine again because we have did some changes. Okay, now we have to install the Docker. Just copy this command and done. So once the Docker will be installed, we have to add this dependency. Okay, so same here we have to add. Okay, let's clear the terminal, copy the dependency, execute here. Okay, it's working, and execute this command. It is also done. Now we have to install kubectl, kubeadm and kubelet. Okay, so we have to copy all this command and execute here. All this command will be like installed in our machine. So once this will be installed, and there's one more dependency for Calico network. Okay, so this dependency we have to set up in our master node. Okay, so that is also done. Let's go to the worker node. Okay, so all kubeadm, kubectl and kubeinit is installed. Now we have to add the token. So this is our token, so just copy this token. Okay, now this token we have to execute here. Here we are not going to initialize the kubeadm, just we have to execute this command. Okay, so once we execute this command, it will create a cluster of that node, and this node will be joined in the cluster. Okay, so if you want to see that things, let's clear it out, and this is our master node. All instruction will be executed here. So kubectl get nodes. So we can see here there is a new node will be attached. Okay, that is this IP address, and there's a worker node and age is 23. So let's clear this. Now if I want to deploy one, this is our creating the master and worker node setup for Kubernetes. Now I want to deploy one application. Okay, so that is here we can copy this command deployment. So so once we execute this command is already explained in my previous video. So kubectl create deployment, the name of deployment, and -- image equal to the image name. So once we execute this command, a deployment will be created and one pod will be generated. This pod will be generated on the worker node. So let's check kubectl get pods. Okay, so we can see here there's a one pod is generated, and if you want to check where this pod is created, so we can see here with the help of this command kubectl get pod -a-o wide. So this nginx pod will be created on the worker node. So this is the IP address of the worker node, and this is the IP address of our cluster. Okay, so guys, this is the way we can create the worker and the master node for the Kubernetes, how to connect the master and worker nodes in the Kubernetes. Okay, so thank you guys. Please like and subscribe my YouTube channel for more upcoming videos. Thank you. Bye.